Lane Kiffin and the LSU Tigers just landed a major recruit to add to the cornerback room while also getting some momentum in the race for a 5-star wide receiver prospect. We got to break it all down. What's up, guys? I'm Matt Long. Welcome to LSU Football 365. If you are an LSU football fan, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a ton. But let's jump right into what we got for today from Hayes Fawcett, college football insider for Rivals. Breaking news: class of 2027 corner Markez Davis has committed to Louisiana State University. He tells me for Rivals, the 6'3", 180-pound corner from Opelousas, Texas, chose the Tigers over Houston, West Virginia, and Texas Tech. All aboard the Lane train. Go Tigers is what Markez Davis put out on social media. So, announcing his commitment to the program, let's meet the profile of Mr. Markez Davis. Listed as a wide receiver here, but we can see here in his player rating section of his 24/7 Sports profile, he is ranked as an athlete, meaning played or currently plays wide receiver in high school, but the plan is to move him to corner once he gets to the college level. You can see at the top, 6'8", aka June 8th today. This commitment drops. The 6'3", 178-pound corner will be joining the LSU Tigers, a 3-star recruit rated an 89 overall by 24/7 Sports. They've been ranked as the 28th best athlete in the class and the 15th best player in the state of Louisiana. From his 24/7 Sports composite grade, also has him as a 3-star. He is ranked as the 744th best player in the 2027 class, the 59th best athlete, and the 21st best player out of Louisiana. So, which tells us that 24/7 Sports is a bit higher on Davis than ESPN is, and Rivals, and On3, and Yahoo Sports, and any other recruiting website that goes into that 24/7 Sports composite recruiting grade. But Markez Davis is another tall corner being added to LSU's secondary. It's easy to see a trend here. When you look at the heights for all the corners in LSU's defensive back room, they're tall. That's exactly what Lane Kiffin is going after. That's what Blake Baker, our defensive coordinator, wants to build that cornerback room with. You got to recruit the height, because no matter how good Baker is as a DC, he's never going to be able to teach a corner recruit to be taller. He's never going to teach a corner recruit to have longer arms. And remember, the guys that are taller, naturally, they are going to have those longer arms. But looking at our corner room this year, DJ Pickett going to be the corner number 1. PJ Woodland also going to be the second starting corner on the outside. Should be a very, very strong room despite the departure of Monshun Sales. If you're still following his story, he actually signed his rookie deal with the Kansas City Chiefs earlier today. I didn't see whether or not it was a fully guaranteed contract, but I'm 100% sure it was a fully guaranteed contract, because he is an absolute monster, and the Kansas City Chiefs decided to trade up to go get Monshun Sales. But after Delane goes out the door, we got to find a way to recoup that corner talent, and Davis is going to go a long way in that effort. But fortunately for us, DJ Pickett, PJ Woodland ready to step up to the table to be those next corner duo for Louisiana State. But like I teased in the opener for this video, not the only good news for LSU today was this commitment, as Monshun Sales, one of the top wide receiver targets in the country, we can see here, ranked the number 1 wide receiver in the 2027 class by 24/7 Sports and by everyone else. 6'5", 195 pounds. Monshun Sales does not have a visit set up with LSU, but behind the scenes, we are hearing that he's warming up to the idea of Lane Kiffin. He's warming up to the idea of everything that LSU has to offer. And while there isn't any visit in the works yet, there is a little bit of buzz, which is really all you're looking for, because this is a monster of a prospect. 6'5", 195 pounds. A couple problems here. He grew up in the state of Alabama, so Alabama has that connection there. Goes to school in Indiana. Indiana has that connection there. And the Ohio State Buckeyes are going after him as well. And they have their history of, elite wide receivers putting out the same way that LSU has a history of putting out elite wide receivers. But the difference is LSU is in the deep south of the United States, and Ohio is right next to Indiana. So if he wants to stay closer to where he currently is, then he would lean towards Ohio State, where he already has a visit scheduled and where there's already been some physical momentum in a way that there hasn't been with Louisiana State yet. But if he wants to return back to the South, and if he's truly considering Alabama, which about 6 months ago, when I started getting on the trail of following this player in Monshun Sales, Alabama has historically been the favorite. That has recently changed now in favor of Indiana. But if he wants to come back down south, Alabama has had some great wide receivers. They've had great wide receivers. But they have not had Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Odell Beckham Jr. In the last 6 to 8 years, if you're looking at SEC schools and wide receivers, there is no comparisons, no competition on who the best wide receiver school is in the SEC. So I know Kyle Parker's gone to the Buckeyes, but there is no competition. If you want to come to the SEC wide receiver it is without a question LSU. So we've hyped him up enough. He's an absolute monster. Someone else who's hyping him up, Andrew Ivins, the director of scouting for 24/7 Sports. We're not going to dive super deep into these bullet points, but they're exciting, man. The top comment here: one of the biggest freak shows in the country with a hulking frame and elite athletic markers. That's a crazy bullet point from a professional. Also, this guy is so good. He ran a 40 at the NFL scouting combine in high school. He ran a 40 at the combine because he was in the area. They hold that at Lucas Oil Stadium, the Colts' home stadium. So that's in Indiana. I mean, that's crazy to me. Wide receiver projection that can stretch defenses vertically with his speed, make contested grabs on the sideline with his size, took the next step as a junior and was nothing but a mismatch, attacks leverage with easy acceleration, powers his way through contact without having to change course, levitates to snag off target passes, can run underneath the long ball, but also produce big gains in the quick perimeter game. I mean, the guy can do everything. He's the number one wide receiver recruit in the country. What are you expecting? This guy's going to be an absolute monster, whoever gets him. So right now, the favorites still remain Indiana number one. I mentioned Alabama no longer the favorite. Indiana is what I'm hearing is the favorite. And if I'm him, I'm going to Indiana because I'm looking at what they did with 3-star wide receivers, and I'm saying, wait till they get a hold of me. How much could they win with me? If you're going to win, 12 regular season games, Big Ten championship game, 3 playoff games, was that about 16 wins for Indiana last year, 0 losses? If you're telling me you can win that many games with, in my head, I'm thinking this. I'm not saying this out loud, but I'm thinking, you can win that many games with bums? What could you do with me? So this is someone that LSU and Lane Kiffin got to get more momentum with. This guy is worth it. This guy is absolutely worth it. If Lane Kiffin wants to continue essentially shoving it down Ole Miss's throat, because that's what he wants to do. He wants to just show, look at the resources that LSU has, because that's the number one reason why he's at LSU, because he, in his mind, and he's right, you have more resources at LSU. So he doesn't want Ole Miss to just think that and know that. He wants them to see it every single day. So if you want to make that statement, which LSU has already made, this is how you make that statement. It's going to be tough. Let's see how this recruitment continues to develop. LSU on the outside looking in, but at least we are looking in at this point. Before, we were not even doing that. That's what I got for this video. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video all the way through. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And go Tigers.